I don't think there's a great need to talk about the rugby on this show. I mean, it's a fantasy football show. There's no need to talk about rugby. Hello and welcome to the Fantasy Football Quick Fix. I am Richard from the Dipsy Dudes, taking a brief look at the midweek fixtures for game week 25, and it's a very interesting game week because 4 of the top 6 clubs are playing at home, so there's going to be some obvious migration to those teams, especially in my view with Arsenal hosting Leicester at the Emirates. Despite coming off a loss in the North London derby, you've still got to fancy Arsenal in this game, especially coming off the latest Is He In Charge? Isn't He In Charge saga at Leicester, starring MMA enthusiast Nigel Pearson. You've got to be looking at clean sheets in this game, which means Ospina is going to be an attractive option for you again. Despite conceding his first goals in 4 games, he still managed to get 2 points from saves made. So I'm not disputing that he is still in form and a clean sheet could be in his future. As it pertains to the attack, look at the man who scored against Spurs on the weekend. It's Mesut Ozil. He has been in strong form, scoring 21 points in his last 2 games, and at under £9 million, he's at a very, very attractive option in my opinion. Fantasy football wise, not looks wise of course. I mean, have you seen him? He looks like that sloth from Ice Age. The only thing to be aware of in this game is squad rotation, with the games coming thick and fast for the Gunners. Maybe this will lead to Welbeck starting instead of Giroud, and I personally think that Walcott will get back in the starting lineup, and I can see him getting back in the scoring form, so look out for that and have that in mind when you make your selections. Manchester United are also home to Burnley. Both are coming off draws from Sunday afternoon. United have only lost 1 in their last 17 games, but they play with such a lack of fluidity or rhythm that there's no obvious player for you to lump on right now. I mean, Rooney hasn't had a shot on target in 2015. Falcao has scored 2 goals in 5. RVP has scored 1 goal in 5. Di Maria has got no goals and 1 assist in his last 4 games since coming back from injury. The team has had 1 clean sheet in their last 5 games. There is no one to hang your hat on and say that man right there is going to lead my team to big points. The only player in sort of form which has seen him in the dream team for the past 2 weeks is Daley Blind. 21 points in his last 2 games means he is the in-form man at Old Trafford. He's got a goal and 2 assists in that time, and with Carrick still out, he's going to start. He is going to be leaned upon heavily to be the middleman in that midfield, and you can still get him for 5.1 million. That is an attractive price and a really low risk as well, considering some of the high cost for other Manchester United players that you could choose from. On the flip side, with Burnley, they haven't had a clean sheet this year, but they've only failed to score in 1 of their last 6 games. I would say don't lump on either of these 2 teams defensively, because I don't think either of them are capable of keeping a clean sheet, but Man United to get those goals, and have a look at the option of Blind, because right now there's no one worth the money to take the risk in that attack. Southampton are home to West Ham, and the Saints are still the defenders of choice in this game. There have been 3 clean sheets in their last 5 games, but West Ham will provide a tough test. While there has been a lot of interest in the past from the suspended Bertrand and currently the exciting Nathaniel Klein, over 30% of managers selected him, it is hard to get a Southampton defender, anyone in that defence, including the goalkeeper, for less than 5.5 million, except for one, Yoshida. He's come back from the Asian Cup and he had a dream team display against QPR. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be in the dream team every week. I'm not saying that you're going to lean on him to score you big points all the time like Klein and Forster have. But as a cheap defender at an in-form club who is going to get regular clean sheets, he is definitely worth considering. Check out your sheeter. Chelsea play host to Everton at the Bridge, and Everton have some issues with yellow boxes, with Naismith, Baines and Besic currently nursing knocks, while Osman, Pina, Howard and Atsu are all red boxed. Everton have only scored 1 goal in their last 3, which is shocking, but they have had 3 clean sheets in a row, and Jagielka is currently the in-form defender in the game, one of the most in-form defenders in the game. However, if you've got Chelsea players, you've got to stick with them in this game. Show some faith with them that they will break that defence down. So stick with your Chelsea attackers. I have 100% confidence in the Chelsea defenders as well. There's going to be a clean sheet for Chelsea in this game, so there's points to be had there. With Chelsea having the weekend off because they're out of the cup as well, I don't see them having a big squad rotation either, but I would look out for Cuadrado to get his first start. And is it going to be Drogba or Remy up front? Whew, toss the old coin on that one. Finally, other players for you to consider in game week 25. Sunderland are home to QPR, so look for the dazzling Jermaine Defoe to continue his strong form. Still one of the best cheap option strikers in the game, and I tell you what, the form he's in, you could drop cheap from that. He is just becoming one of the best strikers in the game right now. He is in liquid nitrogen form. He is in liquid magnesium form. He is hot or really, really cool, depending on which of those 2 analogies you want to go for. Outside of that game, Hull host Villa at the KC, and Hull battled a well-earned point at the Etihad against Man City when they could have got the win. I think that despite that late equaliser, there's gonna be confidence taken from that result, and I think that Villa, granted, they did score their first goal of 2015 against Chelsea this weekend, they are going to be stuck in a basement battle. This is a battle of the basement clubs, and I see Hull leapfrogging Villa because they are going to get a win, and I fancy them to keep a clean sheet. Benteke, it's not happening. He's not started. He's fallen out of the club. He wants to get out of there, but he can't get a move right now. He should have got one in January, but there we are. He should have pushed for it harder if he wasn't going to play for them. So look with Hull and the likes of Maya and Ramirez in the midfield, or Bruce at the back, just because he is such a low risk, low value option in defence. And finally, if you do have any Man City players, get off them. Get off them right now. They are slumping bad. I worried about Aguero a couple of weeks ago, and I am very wary now of it. Might have got an assist at the weekend, but I tell you what, 5 points didn't make my weekend when Harry Kane was scoring 2 against the Gunners. Aguero and the rest of the Man City players, shape up or ship out. And I say, toot toot, the ship's leaving the dock. Right, that's about it for this game week. Thank you very much for joining us. Remember, if you like what you see, click the like button, leave us a comment, or hit subscribe to ensure that you get the latest Dipsy Dudes videos as soon as they are released. Remember, we've got a social media presence on Twitter, Facebook, and we've got a discussion group at fiso.co.uk. All the links to those in the description. Finally, if you want to see me, you can. Next week I am on tour with the superstars of Welsh wrestling. No, I'm not a wrestler, but I will be ring announcing for them. The tour starts in Llanelli on Monday. That is at the Theatre Forths. Oh, it's in Llanelli, it's a theatre in Llanelli. Thursday, you can see me in Glencorrwg. Friday, in Milford Haven. And Saturday, the big 10th anniversary show in Swansea. So go to welshwrestling.com to see when you can see me be a ring announcer for wrestling. But until then, have a great game week and enjoy the FA Cup while it lasts, and I'll see you after the Cup weekend. Have a good one.